How do organizations support learning and training? Well, in my view, they don't support it enough when it comes to safety.
But nothing starts before we do some basic training, usually with the clients, so we are sure they are understanding the basic know-how of the functional safety.
If you want to achieve a tolerable risk, you have to look at all the safety life cycle phases.
Everything is all done with a good functional safety management throughout the life cycle in the complete organization of the projects.
It's very simple. If the end user doesn't give the engineers and the system integrator the right documentation, they don't build the right safety system.
Safety as a business case. Let's measure the impact of safety on business with a commonly used tool for business evaluation. And that is the SWOT, Strength, Weakness, Opportunity and Threats analysis. First case is when safety is poorly attended or inappropriate strategies are adopted. We can see in the strength table a number of reduced constraints resulting in saving and faster executions. All points listed are in essence short time driven.
And finally, operation license. Two kinds of operation license. Acceptance by the public and then shutting down the plant. Okay? Then the public authorities can tell you to shut down the plant. That's the maximum risk you can get.
Second case is when safety is well attended or appropriate strategies are adopted. In the strength table, all items converge to a performance optimization. Here, all opportunities for these business activities with high risk and impacting effects are to lead to a place where business activities, or rather business continuity, is secured.
In the context of companies paying increasing attention to the triple bottom line, profit, people and planet. Reasons for sustainable and corporate social responsibility, the CSR. It's complex, but it's getting more and more acceptance. So that's a good driver for you to go for good safety. Image has an impact on economic performance. Financial markets have a growing interest in companies' social ethics standards. Accountancy is even now having a growing focus on evaluating intangibles like people, the knowledge. Credible reporting on the PPP is beneficial for trust and financial results. So good safety practice is a key supporting element for these new emerging metrics.
But I want to show you 3 court cases that are currently going on and where I'm invited to be an expert witness. But the first one was a government which asked a system integrator to build a system. And then they asked the system integrator, can you prove to me that you're compliant? And basically there was no evidence whatsoever in the documentation that even showed that they were trying to comply with the standard.
We have noticed that some customers are aware of the fact that they need a safety instrumented system, so they know that their process is a bit dangerous and they have to do something, but do not know how to approach and manage.
The second one is the other way around. In this case, it was not the end user who requested more information. It was the end user who didn't give enough information. And because of that, the system engineers and the engineering department couldn't build the right safety system.
Safety Requirement Spec, or the SRS, is still a very poor document on the market today.
The third one is a product supplier. He said he delivered a product compliant with 61508, and later it turned out it didn't.
The manufacturers of field instrumentation, I would say, they are catching up very rapidly with the safety PLC vendors.
We see that smart equipment and available diagnostics information will be increasingly used.
With the complete safety loop approach, that's what the 61508 brought us. Now we have all this field instrumentation, it also has to comply. I think, furthermore, that the future for complete safety solutions, independent from normal control platforms, will remain dominant. So safety cultures have to start all the way from the top to the bottom.
Well, it is very dangerous to learn only on the basis of your own mistakes if you are in any form involved in SIS projects.
Having the competent people in functional safety is becoming a key factor.
we're moving into a situation where it's not just good enough to say, I have competent staff, this is on their CV. I think we're now moving into a much more formal situation, and I think the regulator increasingly will be looking at that degree of evidence.
Understanding the IEC 61511 and adapting to this global acceptance standard is really vital.
You know, safety is nothing new. Joseph Joubert, he said, we must respect the past and mistrust the present if we wish to provide for the safety of the future.